Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how I slay my lace frontals. This is part 1 of my frontal series. I'm going to be showing you guys how I bleach the knots on the frontal. Super easy. And I'm also going to be showing you guys how I pluck the frontal. So make sure you guys keep on watching. I'm just showing you guys all the products I use in this video. Honestly, this dyeing brush is completely not necessary, but if you have it, go ahead and use it. And yep, a knife, which is the key to getting a bomb ass frontal. And I'm just showing you guys I have a bunch of other frontals and closures to dye. And yeah, so basically what I do when I bleach my frontals is I make sure I have all my products first before starting, because it's much easier that way. And yeah, these are all the products I use. I use a 30 volume developer, but you can also use a 40. It's up to you. But yeah, the 40 is just going to process the hair faster, and the 30 is going to be slightly slower. I use the 30 because it's easier to pay attention and watch what's happening to the frontal. And yeah, this frontal is from Ali Grace on AliExpress. I really love this company. Their quality is so good and so consistent, which is so key. This is the bleach I'm using. You can use any bleach that you have. I just like this one because it helps the hair come out slightly less brassy. I find the BW2 is hella brassy, so I use this one instead, even though it's more expensive and you get less product. But as you can see, I have like nothing left, so I'm just going to use everything that's left in the bowl because I have other frontals and closures to dye, but you absolutely do not have to use that much. It honestly doesn't take so much product. So yeah, essentially when you're dyeing hair, you're looking for a specific consistency rather than a specific formula. So yeah, I just take the bleach and put some developer in it carefully. I put a little bit at a time and get the consistency that I need. This developer is honestly not my favorite. It's better I use it to bleach the knots on the frontal than to dye anyone's like actual hair. So yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it, honestly. I use this little whisk because it's cute, but you don't need it. If you have the dyeing brush, you can use that to mix instead, but this is just, you know, it's cute, like just scraping off that. As you can see, this is not the consistency that we want. We want it way smoother than that, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I think I added too much, but that's fine. It came out perfectly. And yeah, just mix it together. Try not to spill any like I did. And yeah, this is so satisfying to watch. Yeah, that's the consistency we're essentially looking for. It's slightly runnier, but honestly it doesn't matter. And yeah, you just want it to be super thick and smooth, and you want it to stand up like that. If it's runny, it's going to bleed through your frontal and bleach the actual hair, which you don't want. So I'm spraying Got To Be spray on it and then combing it through. This is just to help the flyaways like stay where they need to be. I don't want to bleach any hairs randomly or anything like that. So just keeping the flyaways, you know, under control. This is more essential when the hair is curly or like wavy, but this hair is body wave, I believe, so it's not going to give me too much stress. So yeah, just spraying it and combing the flyaways so they lay down and they're out of my way. So this frontal was folded up in the bag, and if you can, you should lay your frontals out so it doesn't end up folded like this. It's just easier getting the bleach in between those cracks that you see on the frontal. Can be kind of difficult if you're just starting out, so maybe leave the frontal for a day laying flat if you can. It doesn't matter, but if you can, it'll make it easier. And yeah, I'm just spreading it like butter using the knife. The knife is honestly the key. I can never use that dyeing brush. It just makes you apply pressure, which I don't like. And yeah, I don't know, in this video it looks like I'm applying so much pressure, but I'm honestly not. I'm just spreading it on as I see it. and make sure you get all the knots right in the front, because that's where it matters the most, so don't miss out on the front. And if you stain the hair with bleach like I did, you can just spray water in it, which basically cancels out the bleaching process. So if you soak it in water, you'll be fine. Everything will go smoothly. And yeah, just spreading that on there. I'm just showing you guys what I do, honestly. For anyone that wants to use this video as a reference, you can keep coming back to it. There's not much to it, honestly. This is really, really easy. But if you've never done it before, this is a good video to watch. The knife is honestly, that's the key. Or you can use a spoon, I guess, but don't use the brush. I mean, you can use the brush, but I find it a lot harder. And yeah, I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. It's like that. Covered all the knots in the front as well, so it looks super natural. And yeah, I'm just gonna lay that down on the foil. The foil helps it process way faster. I'm gonna fold it over and let it sit and process. Honestly, the time is depending on all the frontals. Like, I've worked with so many different frontals. I would be dyeing like 6 frontals at a time, and then one is like processing super fast and the other one's processing super slow. So I just stay and watch for the most part, but I usually leave it for 30 minutes, which is like standard, I guess, but I end up coming back after like 15 minutes because I just want to be sure, make sure I'm not over bleaching it if I don't have to. And I came back after 20 minutes, so it's like 11 minutes left, and I'm just checking, making sure everything's good, checking between the frontal hairs, seeing how fast it's processing, and deciding if I want to leave it longer or wash it off right away. I ended up leaving it longer, actually longer than 30 minutes. This took about 40 minutes to process. And yeah, just folding it back and leaving it for a little bit longer. It looks like I'm pressing down really hard, but I promise you I'm not. So I came back and it's honestly as processed as I want it to be. So I'm just gonna take some cold water and run that on it and wash everything off. There's no method to it, just wash it off. You can avoid wetting the hair, but I felt like there was a lot of bleach in this area, so I just to make sure there's no bleach getting anywhere, I just soaked the entire frontal in the cold water. And as you can see, it's bleach, but it has that orange brassiness, you know. So we're gonna get rid of that with the Shimmer Lights shampoo, just a purple shampoo or any purple shampoo you have. Honestly, I hate Shimmer Lights for anything other than bleaching knots. It's terrible on hair. It stains the hair, especially blonde hair, so I use it for just this. That's all it's good for. And I just let that soak for as long as I can wait, usually 10 minutes. And this is a closure that's not part of the series I'm doing. I just want to show you guys. This hair has way more flyaways than the frontal I did, so I spray it down with water, comb it through, spray the got to be on it, and yeah. So you guys can see the purpose of what I did more in this clip. But yeah, that's how I tame the flyaways for bleaching. And now I'm gonna move on to plucking the hairline. This hairline is pre-plucked, as you can see. It looks super good, but I'm just gonna do a little bit more plucking, actually a lot of more plucking, but just my personal preference. I shift the hairline to work in sections, so as you can see, I completely neglected the other side of the hair because I'm focusing on this side. So yeah, just showing you guys what it looks like before. Okay, so there's 2 types of tweezers. This one is a pointy tweezer, and then there's also a flat tweezer, which is this one. You can use whichever one you have. If you're just starting out, I recommend the pointier one because it takes out less hairs at a time, and you can just use whatever you have. I use both. I use the flat tweezer to make the spaces in between. My frontals have a look that I really live for, so I take the flat tweezer and I pluck in sections, or not in sections, in spaces. So I pluck a little bit, skip over, pluck a little bit more, skip over, pluck a little bit more. And that's basically the blueprint for what my frontals look like. So yeah, just pluck a little bit more, leave a space, hop to the next side, and that's honestly it. Like, this video is really repetitive because I just wanted you guys to really get it. But yeah, I'm just making the blueprint essentially. And yeah, nothing too special. This is honestly like one of my favorite parts. It took me a while to perfect, so that's why I left a lot of the clips in so you guys can really get it. And this is my most requested video. Everyone's always asking me how I pluck my hairline, and this is what I do. I use a flat tweezer, give the spaces, and then I go in with the pointed tweezer and just go in. I always pluck going backwards. Sometimes I will part the hair and then pluck, but that just depends on the frontal I get. This frontal had a pretty good like hairline, so I didn't have to do too much in the front, which is always nice. But I like the very front of my frontals to have a really nice look. I don't like baby hairs personally. I'm not a baby hair person. If you go on my hair page, you'll see that I'm not a baby hair person at all. So as long as you pluck going vertically backwards, you're gonna be perfectly fine, and you're gonna get the perfect no baby hair look. It looks really good now, as you can see. Just showing you guys what this looks like. Combing through it to make sure I get all the plucked hair out. This is what I got from basically doing the blueprint, and I'm going to switch over to the pointed tweezer. And with this one, honestly, there's no method to this. There's absolutely no method. Like, don't let any of these hairstylists tell you about their secrets. There's no secret. As long as you got that spacing right, you just part the hair and pluck going backwards. Honestly, this is all by eye, and it takes a lot of practice to perfect. That's the only thing. There's nothing you magically learn to help you make you good at this. You can just watch this video, I guess. And yeah, just putting that hair away and plucking going vertically backwards. You just have to have the eye for it, I guess. And yeah, just pluck going backwards. Nothing special. Comb through and pluck some more. I love this tweezer so much. Like, this was the first tweezer I ever used to do hair, which is why it looks so bad, but it is amazing. And yeah, it looks so good already. This is about halfway through. You can pluck as much as you want, honestly. There's no method to it. There's no amount of too much plucking. Well, of course, when you make a patch, that's too much plucking, but some people like their hairlines super plucked, which makes it look hella natural, but the hair will shed a lot faster. So if you want your frontal to last and all of that, just do moderate plucking, which is what I'm going for. I was just showing you guys what my work looks like, you know. It looks so good. This is so fun. I'm living because this hair is actually for me. Like, I just make all these frontals and like have to give it to people, and it's so sad. But this is all mine. So yeah, just use that tweezer and go backwards. And this is the side that I have not plucked. So you can see the very clear difference. Look at that. And yeah, the front you want to pluck very carefully because that's the part everyone's going to see the most, so you want to be careful over here. I just pluck behind the hairline to make sure I don't make any mistakes because everyone makes mistakes, so you know, just avoid those by plucking behind the hairline and giving it like the gradient effect, you know. I sped that part up, but I don't go that fast. You guys can see this is the other side, what it looks like, and I'm just going in with that pointy tweezer. I'm so comfortable with this because it plucks so little at a time, so you make less mistakes, I guess. But yeah, just go backwards, and it looks like that when I'm done, or kind of done. I also pluck a little bit when it's actually on my head because I feel like I can see better, so it's honestly up to you. Just make sure that you are not plucking too much because you can always take out hair, but you can't put the hair back on your head, girl, so make sure you're not over plucking. And yeah, I'm just really showing you guys what I did because I did that. And that's how much hair I got out of the whole thing. This frontal is amazing. Shout out to Ali Grace. Really nice pre-plucked frontal. So nice. So yeah, if I need to do any more plucking, you guys are going to see that in part 3 when I install the hair on my head. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any more videos. I'm gonna do a 3-part series. I'm also gonna show you guys how I construct the wig and how I install the wig. And yeah, make sure you're following my hair page, Beauty by Oz, on Instagram. I'm just showing you guys right here is what the frontal will look like when I install it on my head using that method. And yeah, make sure you guys are following me. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss my next upload. Hi, Cara. And yeah, I actually make most of my wigs with the sewing machine. They look like that. So you can purchase a wig if you want. But yeah, I also color hair and all that. I don't know why I'm showing so much, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed and your post notifications are on, and yeah, let me know what other videos you would like to see and I'll be sure to do those. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to my channel, okay? Bye.